Greetings, Divine Radiance. Welcome to your recorded Wednesday Live Empower Hour. I am Nahkila of AshworthScott Life Sculpting. I'm a divine interpreter, psychic life coach, and mentor, assisting you with activating the divinity and wisdom within your soul so that you are empowered to create and live an abundant life. So, I was meditating for a bit and I asked Spirit, what were we going to discuss today, right? I have my cards and Spirit said, we're not doing that. I'd like you to share something that you realized on a deeper level this morning while you were getting ready. Now, those of you that watched Empower Hour from last week, you know that today is my youngest son's 17th birthday. So at the time that we would typically go live, we will be celebrating his birth. So here we are with the recording, right? But go ahead and leave comments and interact with one another, and I'll be checking those comments later. But so I shared with you all, I did a little video on TikTok. Those of you that aren't following me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I would recommend you do, because what I'm being guided by Spirit to do is not always put the same content on every platform. So if you like to make sure you get all of the messages that Spirit guides me to deliver, I would make sure you follow on each platform. And it's Nahkila Asha on all the platforms. So back to what's going on. Okay, so I shared on TikTok how each day I speak life into my face, right? Because I'll be 44 on the 28th, and it's no secret, as we grow older in age, our bodies, our skin, all of that shifts and changes, right? So as I was doing my moisturizing and speaking life into my skin, how I love my skin, how my skin loves me, how it's beautiful, vibrant, youthful, glowing, clear, smooth, soft, supple, right? All these things I speak into my skin as I'm touching it, whether it's cleansing or moisturizing, I'm speaking that life into my skin. So Spirit was also telling me to share how I'm doing on my health journey. So those of you that have been with me, you know, October 18th, I was in a car accident. And one of the things initially that set me in an emotional tailspin for a period was the fact that, number one, I had an injury in 2012 where I dealt with chronic pain. It was horrible. And I had gotten to the point where that pain was healed. I was working out 5 days a week. I was lifting weights. I was walking up hills. I was hiking. I was doing all the things that I was able to do prior to the injury I had in 2012. And when I was rear-ended, I instantly felt pain, instantly. And it startled me for a minute because I remembered how life was before. And in that moment, I just cried, right? And I went through a period where I was stuck in this thought process of how my life is being shifted as a result of this car accident. And one of the things that bothered me was not being able to live life on my terms, right? And it took a while, I would say maybe a week, not even a full, no longer than a week, for me to get to a place of surrender, right? So when I was caught up in the energy of, oh no, my life is shifting, and oh no, now what? I was in this energy of shifting my life, and I began to put on weight, right? I began to put on weight. And when I finally chose to see the blessing of everything that happens in my life, including the things that don't always feel good, right? I was able to just say, you know what, Spirit, I know you've got me. I know that everything that happens in my life serves my highest good, and my life is always working out for me on my behalf in my favor. So these are the things that I'm choosing as I am living under these conditions. And one of those things was that I would not only not put weight on, but that I would continue to release, that I would continue to be healthy. Because more than anything, with the working out, when I started working out again, it was really for me to feel better on the inside. Now, of course, the weight release, we know that follows. If we're moving and we're being active, that's inevitable, right? But in the past, the vanity of it all has been the driving force. And so now my health, my mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health is more important to me than vanity. I'm a human being, so of course, there's a degree of vanity. We all have that, right? But that's not the driving force behind what I do these days, right? So when I was able to surrender and talk to spirit, not about what I'm not choosing, right? But only about what I am choosing. And I told spirit, I surrender. I'm grateful. I trust you. So guide me. And through that guidance, I was guided to do the master cleanse, right? I did that a couple of months ago, I believe it was. And then from that, I went into, I wasn't really eating processed foods. I wasn't eating unhealthy. I was eating really, really healthy. And then for a full month, towards the end, I started to allow myself to have things like popcorn. I have a popcorn machine. I like to do it up like movie theater popcorn. I allowed myself to have things that I wasn't eating throughout that full month, right? And so at that time, I knew I was doing another master cleanse. And then from that master cleanse, I was moving into being fully raw vegan until I celebrate my birthday, right? Now my birthday is the 28th, but I'm celebrating twice. I'm celebrating on the 23rd and 24th, and then on my actual birthday. So anyways, with that being said, I have actually released 18 pounds, if I'm correct. Yeah, 18 pounds. And I haven't been working out. It's just been, I've been eating and cleansing the way spirit guided me to. And when spirit guided me to do it, I did it. Now, I don't know if you all remember when I took that 7-day sabbatical. It's been a little while, but where I totally disconnected from everything, TV, cell phone. I didn't leave my house. I didn't eat anything. You know, all I had was liquids. And I took sacred baths every day, and I was really deep in meditation and communication with spirit and with self. And spirit told me each month to cleanse for 2 days, right? To cleanse for 2 days. Now, the month after, totally didn't do it, right? Totally didn't do it. I could tell you why, but it doesn't matter. It's an excuse. Totally didn't do it. And now I understand why spirit guided me to do that. At the time, I didn't, but now I do. It's because I'm able to spend the majority of the month eating healthy, right? And then at the end of the month, when I begin craving things or desiring things, I just allow myself to have it. And by the time that happens, I'm back to cleansing again, getting my system back in shape, and then back to this month of healthy, you know. And even though I may allow myself to have things that are outside of that healthy zone, it's still healthy because, right, the way I'm doing it, right? I'm not fighting against it. I'm not depriving myself. I'm not overthinking it. I'm just in flow, right? I'm just in flow. And this is an example of how we're being called to live our lives. Now, some of you may be on a journey where you are choosing to release weight, or you are choosing to get healthier physically. And so this may really resonate with those goals. And some of you may not be there, but this resonates with life in general. See, oftentimes life is shifting and it's changing, and we get so caught up in the shift and the change, and we get discombobulated because it's out of our comfort zone, that we forget that we can have anything we desire, anything we choose, when we call on spirit, our divine spirit team, to guide us, right? So the real message here is, don't get caught up on the how, don't get caught up on the when, don't get caught up on any of that. Just understand that no matter what ups and downs and loop-de-loos and turns and twists that your life takes, that spirit is still capable to guide you towards and into your goals, right? But you must be willing to surrender, and you must be willing to take that action. Now, you guys know I'm a foodie, right? You couldn't tell me that I would be on board with being raw vegan, right? You could not tell me. And I'm even like, well, shoot, this is amazing. I'm going to start doing raw majority of the time, even after I'm off of this February thing, right? I'm just going to start incorporating raw veganism in my life more often because it feels good, right? But you couldn't have told me that and had me believe you if you had told me I would be where I am right now. So here's the other thing that happens when we surrender. When we talk to spirit and we say, this is what I'm choosing, guide me, show me, right? And then we release attachment to anything else. Spirit will remove obstacles, not only from our path, the path that we walk, but from our internal path, right? Even when I chose to become vegan, it wasn't like I fought through it, I worked through it. I had just been telling Spirit constantly, thank you so much for guiding me and showing me and assisting me with being the best version of me each and every day. And from stating that from a place of authenticity and sincerity, one of the things that Spirit did was remove my desire for animal products. A lot of times you hear people go vegan and they fight through it. They struggle through it. It's tough to give up the things that they enjoy. Again, y'all, I'm a foodie. I don't think you hear me when I tell you, but listen, okay? I am a foodie. It must taste good. Otherwise, it's not for me. I'm not that person that's like, oh, it's healthy. Who cares? It tastes like manure. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That's not me. So anyways, I'm sharing this with you because it's so important for you to begin relying on the divine guidance that you have and trusting and knowing that just because you're shifting, it doesn't mean it has to be a struggle. It doesn't mean that you have to feel like anything is lacking, right? That's not what it means. It just means set your intention, connect with the divine, be willing to surrender, be willing to take action when you're guided, and be willing to be in flow. That's a really powerful formula. If you can get there, there is nothing in your life that you will not accomplish, that you will not receive, that you will not build, that you will not create, that you will not attract, right? Nothing, nothing. Nothing is out of your reach. Nothing is out of your grasp. The only thing that's preventing you from having the life that you desire and truly deserve is you. It can be your fear. It can be your unwillingness to surrender, your need to control things. It can be your doubt. It can be your stubbornness. It's your resistance. Surrender. Surrender. Let me tell you, there is nothing that you're going to be guided to do that serves your highest good and not be shown which tools to use. I'm not going to say given the tools, because you were given the tools at birth. We all have a tool belt with the same tools in that tool belt, right? We got a little toolbox, same tools in that toolbox. Now mine may be glittery and rainbowy and they may smell like vanilla and, cookies and all that good stuff. And yours may be some other thing and smell like something else, but the same tools are there. And what tool I'm using today to further me along on my journey may be the tool you used yesterday or the tool you may use tomorrow, right? But Spirit is going to tell us that tool right there. And you may say, wait a minute, but that's heavy. I don't really like the way it feels in my hand, Spirit. So how about this one? Well, that's that resistance that keeps you from receiving everything you said you were willing to receive, that you were choosing to receive. So this journey truly is about willingness to surrender and willingness to take action without fear, without doubt. I am a living, breathing example of what happens when you surrender to the divine and you allow your life to be guided by Spirit. And so are my soul clients that I serve. All of us are experiencing the shift in a major way, or those that I have served. It's so refreshing and rewarding to look at past soul clients doing their thing, living in self-love, manifesting abundance, sharing their gifts with the world. There's nothing more fulfilling. You know why? Because it takes a village, and each one teach one. When you learn the gift of surrender and flow, that's how you allow. That's how you attract. That's how you receive. Then you go out and you teach it to someone else. And then they go out and they teach it to someone else. And so the story continues and the world shifts just one person at a time. And it starts with self. So today is your day. Today is your day. What are you worried about today? What's stressing you out today? What seems or feels outside of your grasp today? Write that down and then turn it over to Spirit. Speak those words. Spirit, I am choosing to turn this over to you. I trust that you will guide me, you will show me how to, and then state whatever that opposite is of what you're worried or stressed about, the outcome that you'd rather have, right? State what that is, and then just trust. But take action when you guide it now. I'm telling you, that's key too. You can't just speak the words, but then when spirit says, here's the path, you're like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, I'm not going to hold you much longer. I thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. I thank you for being on this journey with me. If you are interested in working together, now is the time. If you're watching on IGTV, there's a link in the bio. You can click that and you can go ahead and schedule your application interview to see how I can serve you. If you're watching on YouTube, the link's in the description box, so go ahead and click that, and then let's also schedule that application interview to see how I can serve you. And wherever you're watching, if you're interested in a healing session with Gillian, her links are in the same place, the bio, the description box, okay? We are so excited to serve you, and I am just so excited to witness all the blessings that you allow into your life when you heal, when you shift your mindset, when you're able to master your mindset, because that's what this is about. Showing you how to master your mindset. That's really what it is. It's mastering your mindset. And being spirit guided and spirit led as a psychic life coach, I am able to guide you in a way that is exactly what your soul requires in every given instance. So that's the difference. It's the difference. All right. So I thank you so much. And I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. I'll talk to you soon.